Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel for 6 things that we learned from Chelsea 1, Everton 0. It is the second win in a row, a massive 3 points for Chelsea Football Club. And listen, it was not the most entertaining game of football. I'm not going to lie to you. There were moments in that second half where I'm like, are we going to make the substitutions now? We're looking like we need some fresh legs out there. Can we please make the substitutions? We left it late with Tyreek George coming on. He deserved a few more minutes. Sancho came on in the second half. But look, Chelsea get the job done. If you are not yet subscribed to GBFC, make sure you do so. And if you enjoy 6 things we learned, but you want more, I'm going live after 6 things we learned is uploaded to members only. So make sure you're a GBFC member. Link in the description if you want that as well. This was one of those games where Everton, they can always give you problems. David Moyes may have never won a match in his career as a manager at Stamford Bridge. That is going to continue. And if you take a look here at SofaScore, Chelsea 1-0. Nicholas Jackson finally breaking that goal-scoring duck. We need Palmer to do the same, and I didn't think he had a great game today. But if we look at SofaScore, Rob Sanchez showing up with a 7.8. You absolutely love to see it. Mark Cucurella with an 8.0. Colwill, Chalobah, Neto, Caicedo, Lavia, Madueke, Enzo Fernandez, Palmer, Jackson. So SofaScore here has seen it as a 3-4-2-1. We saw Reece James drop down to the bench. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to say it's because he's not fit enough because he comes on. So I think if he's not fit enough, you're not going to risk him. But I do also think maybe Maresca doesn't trust him. I love Reece James. I know that you lot love Reece James as well. But today, Moises Caicedo starts as the right back. You've got Lavia in that midfield. And it just does work. Chelsea do look solid. But if you take a look at the overall stats of this game, it doesn't really tell the whole story. 55% ball possession, which is great because, as you guys know from this channel, I've exposed it many times. When we've got 65, 70% of the ball, we don't really do much with it, and we quite often don't win. Today, we've created an XG of less than 1. We had 1 big chance to Everton's 2. Sanchez makes 3 saves. Jordan Pickford made 6. And look, I'm going to say this, right? I actually think Noni Madueke today, who gets himself a 7.5, I think Noni could have easily had a hat-trick in this game, but for some brilliant goalkeeping, as he quite often does, from Jordan bloody Pickford. Listen, I'm going to say something now that I know that we've just won, so people will be like, Benson, just enjoy the win and stop moaning. But what I felt from that performance today was that we saw a lot of moments of individual brilliance. I think Cucurella put in a really solid performance. I thought Sanchez showed up. I think Colwill and Chalobah looked really good at the back as well. Lavia, we saw his brilliance. Caicedo, again, wonderful run. He decided to shoot in the second half, but defensively sound. Neto, I thought, worked incredibly hard and was running up and down all game. I thought he was excellent. I think everyone did well, apart from Cole Palmer, if I'm being honest. And I'm not saying that he should be taken out, because I don't think you can take a player out who's that important. But I am slightly concerned now about how everyone else can be putting in a real solid shift, but he looks like he's somewhere else. Cole Palmer's head looks like it's gone. And I hate the fact I'm saying that, but it's true. That's what I'm seeing out there right now. And I also think, right, that if everyone out there looks like they're playing well, there's clearly something still, despite winning today, that seems like it's missing. And I don't want to just go at Maresca here and say it's a systemic issue, but I'd love to hear what you think about this, because when I look at all of these individual Chelsea performances, we're about to go into the 6 things boxes in a moment, but I think everyone played well today. Even Jackson, I think he was not necessarily that important other than the goal, but your striker, I want my striker to score the big moments, and he did that. It's a brilliant finish from Jackson. Credit to him. But why does that feel as though it was closer than it actually was? You can see Everton in the second half, we just sat back and allowed Everton to kind of put pressure on us, which in the end is why this, when you see the percentages of possession and the big chances and the shots and everything, Everton were very much in this game, and they're a team that have got nothing to play for. So I'd say a lot of it can go down to the system and potentially I just feel like a lot of players are stifled, and I'm going to keep saying it for the rest of the season because it's just the way that we're playing. But we got the job done. It's a win. It's 3 points. We're 4th in the league right now. Smack a like on this video because Champions League football, we can still believe in it, at least for now. Let's begin. Box number 1 of this 6 Things We Learned video is for Lavia and Caicedo, because Caicedo comes in at right back and he fills in and it kind of goes in the end and ends up in a back 3. Cucurella being on the left side of that back 3. We could see Cucurella spraying some more long balls. I thought the shape was good. Lavia, I just feel so confident when it comes to Lavia being in the team, and he got 63 minutes. And I don't think it is any coincidence that when Lavia goes off the pitch, Chelsea lose a lot of control of the pitch. We invite a lot more Everton pressure. We're getting run through in the midfield, which is why I'm actually surprised that even a Dewsbury Hall came on so late. Because I actually think we were looking so leggy out there today, as if we'd played a match on Thursday night, which we hadn't. I know it's late in the season, but like, we're such a young squad. Come on, surely we got a bit more energy than this. But we dug deep, we got the job done, and these two, I thought, played very well indeed. Box number 2, Marc Cucurella. He gets man of the match on SofaScore. He gets an 8 rating. And if we take a look at Marc Cucurella's stats today, he quietly was just brilliant once again, stepping up into these areas, making long balls, 5 out of 6 ground duels won against a very physical Everton side, 94% pass accuracy. Not the most important metric, but it's what you do with it that counts. 3 out of 3 long balls as well for Marc Cucurella. I just think he's such a threat. And there's a moment in the second half where he unleashes a ferocious shot that is incredibly well saved from Jordan Pickford, and Nicholas Jackson scored the rebound, but he is about 2.5 yards offside. But Marc Cucurella, you can just rely on this guy every game, whether it is a slight adaptation today of the role that he's normally in significantly more advanced areas. But you see here, he's actually playing pretty much more as a left back today, but coming in quite a lot too, because Chelsea were operating in these right sides quite frequently during the match as well. Marc Cucurella, excellent performance. And we move into box number 3. Robert Sanchez. I have got to give credit where credit is due. Some of the saves he made today were absolutely excellent. And look, I said in the preview, I'm not going to say anything anymore. I'm going to pick him because Maresca's going to pick him. But today, he's earned us points again. There's been a couple of times this season where Rob Sanchez has made big saves at big moments, and it's ended with Chelsea keeping clean sheets, Chelsea getting wins. And we've got to thank Robert Sanchez for that today, because as much as he's got an error in him, we all know that, we need to praise him when he deserves it. And I think today, Robert Sanchez absolutely deserves the praise. I thought his distribution wasn't as bad. There was like a little shaky moment in the first half where he like comes to claim the ball and then kind of drops it, but he picked it up again. He did a good job. The saves were excellent. The one from Beto is a really good shot at the beginning of that second half. A little taster of what was to come with Everton getting a few more opportunities. But well done, Robert bloody Sanchez. We move. Box number 4. Noni Madueke playing on the left wing. It actually worked. I wouldn't have been surprised today if it wasn't for the heroics of Jordan Pickford in the Everton goal. I think Noni deserved at least one. There was a couple of really good runs, and he hits it with his right foot, and Pickford gets down low. Fingertip saves to tip it around the corner. It's a bold move today from Enzo Maresca to try Noni on the left. And I thought Sancho was probably going to start the game. And I thought Neto, because of the way that he ended that last game at Fulham, I was sure that Neto was going to start. But I'm happy that it was Madueke and Neto, and I like the way they interchanged. I like the way that Madueke was more than happy to cut in on that right foot. He's got so much confidence, Noni, and I think he deserved a goal today. I really do. Box number 5. This is a positive video. Make sure you subscribe to GBFC and smack a like on it right now. Box 5. Trevor Chalobah. I thought he was excellent. He has such a big part to play in Chelsea's winning goal today. You can see here, stepping up into these midfield areas a lot today, Trev. And 9 clearances, excellent. 2 out of 2 ground duels won, wins 50% of those 2 aerials. Yes, attempting these long balls and they're not quite coming off. But all in all, you cannot underestimate Trevor Chalobah stepping up to make that tackle. And Jordan Pickford was saying multiple times, he was playing that ball through the defenders into that Everton midfield, but time and time again, If it wasn't Chalobah, it was Colwill. Chelsea defenders stepping up and making the challenge early. Kind of changed a little bit in the second half where we invited a bit more pressure. But all in all, another really solid game from Trev. Excellent work. Box number 6. I was thinking, who am I going to give this to? I've got to give it to Nicholas Jackson because he's broken that goal-scoring duck. It isn't an old-school, classic Jackson display, I'm going to say. If we take a look here, this is Jackson's heat map. This is a bit more like the retro Jackson, I'm going to say, where he's getting involved in deeper areas. You can see a lot of the time he's in the middle here. 89 minutes played, XG of 0.09. It's a great goal. We know that's a good finish. 24 out of 24 passes. This needs to improve. He's only winning a third of his ground duels. Lost the ball 11 times. But look, Chelsea just need 3 points here to keep ourselves in the race. I do think goal difference will be important. So it would have been nice if we'd have had 3, 4, 5 against Everton today. But they've only conceded 40 goals in 33 matches before today. So to expect to annihilate them the way that we did 6-0 at Stamford Bridge last season, I think is a bit out there. It's a bit far-fetched. We're not looking that good at the minute, but I think it's a professional home performance at Stamford Bridge. I think all over the pitch today, we've got to give credit to everyone. Robert Sanchez made some big saves. We've gone with something a bit different. It's actually worked. Lavia's back. When he's in the team, we don't look like getting broken down. We don't look like conceding. When he comes off, we invite more pressure, but we deal with it. So all in all, this is a really professional win from Chelsea Football Club. These are your boxes up on the screen for one last time with the overlay graphic. 6 screens. Listen, at this part of the season, this is all we can ask for from Chelsea. Keep on winning. And as much as I find it difficult to believe that the opposition that are also fighting for these places are going to drop enough points, we've got to play so many of them. It's Liverpool at the Bridge next, Newcastle away, flipping Man United at home, and Nottingham Forest away. 4 incredibly difficult games. This was the easiest of the 5 remaining, and we've got 3 points from it. You're not going to find me complaining about that. Make sure you're subscribed to GBFC. Smack a like on this video. Been uploading every day, both on this channel and more GBFC. During the whole month of April, it's nearly finished and I've nearly completed it. So I'm proud of myself. I'm happy. Thanks for all the love and support. And like I said at the start, if you want to become a GBFC member, I'll be live as soon as this video is live. So thanks for watching. I'll speak to you later.